Alright, we are live for the Stallions against the Breakers game. Ignore this sunlight coming in from over here. Sorry about that. But yeah, we are live for the Stallions against the Breakers. 1 second. To confirm that, and also pull up the comments. But the Stallions against the Breakers here, the game has not started yet. Let me pull up the game really quick and also get the comments up and stuff like that. Alright, they're set to get this game underway. The Breakers, sorry. We'll get the ball here to start, and it will be a touchback as they take a knee in the end zone. So the Breakers will have the football first here in the South Division Championship game. Quarterback McLeod, Bethel Thompson leads them onto the field. Breakers went 7-3 in the regular season. Bethel Thompson had a USFL best 2,433 passing yards, also 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. So 1st and 10 for the Breakers at their own 25. Bethel Thompson, quick throw to the outside, caught by tight end Sage Surratt, a former Stallion, and Surratt forced out of bounds after a gain of 4, getting up to the 29-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Give me 1 second to pull up the comments and put a poll out. Breakers with the second best overall offense in the USFL. Here is the first handoff to Wes Hills. He bounced this to the outside, breaks a tackle, and Hills forced out of bounds after a gain of 6. Oh, did the Breakers take the ball? I didn't even realize that. The Stallions actually the worst statistical defense in the USFL, yet their defense isn't that terrible. Let me get this poll out real quick. Alright, here is the give to West Hills, running left for a gain of 3. Alright, so there is the poll for you guys to vote on. Let me know your score predictions in the comments. I'll get to mine in a second. Bethel Thompson throws to the outside, caught for about a gain of 7. It's going to depend on the spot here if they're going to give him a first down or not. And they will get a first down. Breakers won the toss with tails and elected to receive. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Guess they want to go out and strike first here. Because this is a game you're really not going to want to fall behind in. But 1st and 10 here for the Breakers at their own 45. Bethel Thompson, quick throw to the outside, caught by Johnny Dixon. Dixon turns up field gains 4. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Give me 1 second to move this way. Second and 6 here. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. He's pressured right away. Quick throw. Intercepted! JoJo Tillery with the interception returns it to the 42-yard line. And the Stallions defense comes up with a big play on their first drive. Sets the offense up with excellent starting field position inside Breakers territory. And the Breakers turn it over on their first drive of the day. The intended receiver number... Let me also pull up the rosters. But the intended receiver number 80 fell down. No, sorry, that was not JoJo Tiller with the interception. That was Brian Allen. Sorry. And we got the helmet cam view of that. They pull up the roster. Alright, here is a run for Marable for a gain of 5. It's been very good for them. It was actually not their lead running back coming into the season. That was Bo Scarborough, but Scarborough has missed the entire season with injury. And Marable has done a very nice job of filling in. Alex Magoo has 25 touchdowns. That is the most in the USFL. Also, best completion percentage and passer rating in the USFL, and is most likely going to win the USFL MVP when that is announced. Here is a 2nd and 5. Magoo hands off to Marable up the middle once again. Marable is going to gain about another 5 yards and move the chains. I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. I don't remember what that could be. Oh, here they go quickly. Another give to Marable up the middle. This time he's only going to gain about 2. And that'll bring him a 2nd and 8. But just ignore this, like, this sunlight that comes in, like, right over here. It's kind of annoying. There's a window right over there. Alright, 1st and 10 here for the Stallions. Wait, how did they get a first down? Must have missed a play. Another play that goes to Marable. This time a quick little pass. Going to get about 2 yards there. I think I missed a play. Alright, it's fine. Breakers' 2nd best defense in the USFL statistically, yardage-wise. Stallions with the best offense in the USFL. 2nd and 6, Magoo looks to throw. Magoo steps up in the pocket, dumps one forward to Deon Kane, who is going to make the catch for about a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1 or 2 here for the Stallions. As Magoo able to extend the play and find Kane on a little dump off. So here is a 3rd and 2. Third and 2. Magoo, quick throw, caught by Deon Kane. Now the ball comes loose. Is it a fumble or is it an incompletion? They're going to say incomplete pass. And it will be ruled a 4th and 2. Can't tell from that angle. I don't know, but it is marked incomplete. Here's Brandon Aubrey, their Stallions kicker. He's got a long of 49 on the season. He's 14 of 15 on field goals. This one is going to be a 41-yarder from the left hash to get the Stallions on the board first here. And his kick is right down the middle. And the Stallions capitalize off the early turnover. And they take the lead 3-0. So the 41-yard field goal attempt from Brandon Aubrey is up and good. And the Stallions cap off a 7-play, 20-yard drive. Given good starting field position by the Breakers after the interception, which is the 9th of the season by McLeod Bethel-Thompson. Their drive went 6 plays, 25 yards before they turned the ball over. Give me 1 second to check this really quick. The attendance in Birmingham does look good. Last night, it was not good, but then it was not played. It was played in Canton, which no team is technically home in Canton, but it looks a lot better tonight. Obviously, it is in Birmingham. The Stallions have home field advantage for this game. Alright, so far results on the poll, everyone has said the Breakers. Make sure to vote if you haven't already done so. My vote goes towards the Stallions, as, let me check what I said in my predictions video. Actually, let me check on this computer. In my predictions video, I think I said, let me check really quick. My score as for score, you'll take Breakers 30-24. Okay, I could definitely see that. In my predictions video, I said Stallions by a score of 33-25. So we both got it being a higher scoring game. I mean, I think that's how it's going to go, with both teams having tremendous offenses. Both teams decent defenses as well, especially the Breakers. Their defense very good, but I think the offense is just going to be too much for each defense. So Aubrey's kick is away, and it is a touchback, and the Breakers got the football back at their own 25-yard line. Second touchback in as many kickoffs for Aubrey. And MBT and the Breakers offense back on the field. They do have the most turnovers in the USFL in the first half of a game, yet the least turnovers in the second half of a game. And they've already got a first half turnover tonight and only one drive. So 1st and 10 from their own 25. Bethel Thompson hands off to Hills up the middle. Hills will run for a gain of 5 on the play. Actually going to give him 4. Mark it 2nd and 6. Wes Hills in week 3 against the Stallions. He had 34 carries for 194 yards and 3 touchdowns, and the 194 yards is the most by a player since the USFL returned last year. Bethel Thompson all day to throw. This time he's going to find Hills out of the backfield. Hills is going to gain about 5, maybe 6 there. Let's see where the official spot's going to come in. I think he's at about like half a yard short. No, they give him the first down. McLeod Bethel Thompson now 4 for 5 with the only incompletion being the interception. 1st and 10, Bethel Thompson tosses one to Anthony Jones, their second running back, and Jones with a good run there of 8 on first down. It's actually going to get marked as 7. So 2nd down here for the Breakers, 7:45 to go in quarter number 1. Stallions lead 3-0. Bethel Thompson again hands off to Anthony Jones. Jones with space, he crosses midfield and he's taken down at the 49 of the Stallions, and he moves the chains as well. Thing, I moved where I have one leg of my tripod. I don't know if I moved the camera at all, but I'll be back in like 10 seconds. Alright, should be better now. I know I definitely moved the camera a little bit, but there was another run, this time with West Hills. I don't see how much he gained on that one. Breakers drives are looking good. And their first one was looking good as well, and then they threw the interception. So here is a 2nd and 6. Buffalo Thompson in shotgun, Hills the back on to his left. Buffalo Thompson throws to the outside, caught by tight end Sage Surratt. Surratt out of bounds after a gain of 4. Surratt had a really nice season in his first year with the Breakers. He was actually with the Stallions last season. And Surratt led the USFL in receiving yards for the majority of the season. He ended up finishing 3rd with 552. Five first downs for the Breakers. They're inside Stallion territory from the 36. Buffalo Thompson takes a shot down the field. He's got a man. That's caught! Diving to the end zone. He stepped out of bounds at the 4. Number 80 made the catch. Yeah, he did step out at the 4. That's D. Anderson. Good call there by the official. He did step out at the 4. You don't think they've had a 3rd down yet? Your memory is garbage. Yeah, I don't think they've gotten to a 3rd down yet. But here is a 1st and goal from the 4 for the Breakers. Buffalo Thompson, quick throw to the outside. That is caught for a Breakers touchdown. There is a flag down. Jonathan Adams made the touchdown catch. Over number 9 of the Stallions in coverage. And that is Tyree Robinson. There was a flag down. I'm not sure what it is, but it does appear as if the touchdown will stand. Touchdown does stand, and here is the extra point attempt and the extra point from Coughlin right down the middle. It is 7-3. Breakers over Stallions. But well, let me just check to see if there has been a 3rd down so far. I don't think so. No, you were right. There has not been a 3rd down yet for the Breakers. And obviously that's going to be key to any team avoiding 3rd down, specifically 3rd and longs. But I don't know if there was a flag or anything like that. Weird they didn't say what the penalty was. Maybe they reversed it. Oh, I found it. It was defensive pass interference. It was declined. Because obviously you caught it anyway for the touchdown. But, so, real quick, I think for the Breakers is they had a few all USFL team members. Hold on one second. But, yeah, they had a few all USFL team members. And I thought they should have had another. Because I thought their kicker, Matt Coughlin, or I think that's what his name is. Something Coughlin. Hold on. I thought he should have made it over the... I don't even remember who did make it. Give me a second. It was... Oh, it was Luis Aguilar of the Stars, who was the All-USFL team kicker, but I thought it should have been somebody else. I thought it should have been the Breakers kicker, Coughlin, just because he'd only missed like one time. The kickoff is away, by the way. Kane on the return across the 30-yard line to the 35, taken down at the 38. And Magoo and the Stallions offense back on the field for their second drive. Breakers looking really fine in both defense and offense. Defense held to 3 points, and offense a nasty interception. That's true. Give me 1 second to full screen this. Yeah, the Breakers, they have looked good so far. The defense holds them to 3 when they're given excellent starting field position, and then the offense bounces back from the interception and goes right down the field and scores a touchdown. Here's a 1st and 10 for the Stallions. Davion Davis in motion. Magoo looks to throw. Over the middle through the hands of his intended target. Well, Michael Petway, that's incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Petway had the game-winning touchdown catch to secure the Stallions a playoff spot in Week 9 against the Stars. That throw a little bit behind Petway from Magoo, but still a catchable pass, and probably one Petway should come away with. Petway, a tight end, but plays more of a receiver-like role for the Stallions. 2nd and 10, Magoo fires. That is caught by Jay Sternberger. Sternberger is trying to break a tackle. He's not going to break the tackle, but he's going to get it all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Breakers. Nice play there for the Stallions. And Magoo to Sternberger. We see the first time they connect today. They've been such a good combo in the USFL. Probably the best quarterback-tight end combo. Sternberger led the USFL in receiving touchdowns with 7. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 30. For the Stallions, Magoo in shotgun. Marable back onto his right. Here is the give to Marable up the middle. Marable is tripped up at the 19-yard line, 11-yard run before he's taken down by Elder. How old is Bethel Thompson? He's looking pretty old with that face full of hair. He does have a great beard. But, he is older. I think he's like 34. Let me check real quick, or I'll check after this play. But I think he's 34. 1st and 10 from the 19. Magoo hands off to Marable for the 2nd play in a row. And another good run from CJ Marable. He gains 7. Getting it to the 12. McLeod Bethel Thompson, yeah, he is 34. So he is, I think he's the oldest, he's definitely the oldest quarterback in the USFL. Maybe the oldest player, I'm not really sure. And I'll get back to something about MBT in a second. 2nd and 3. The Stallions have a free 5 yards as the Breakers jumped off sides. But McLeod Bethel Thompson came to the USFL, ended up taking a pay cut because he was in the CFL, where he was getting paid a lot more than he is in the USFL, but ended up coming to the USFL because he still thinks a opportunity in the NFL could happen for him, so that's the reason he ended up coming to the USFL. Getting close to retirement age, definitely is. Stallions have the highest red zone touchdown percentage in the USFL at 72%. The league average is about 50%. 1st and goal. Here is the gift to Marable running left. He's going to bounce this all the way to the outside. Now look back for a lane, and he's going to get taken down at the 5. There is a flag that comes in. It is going to be holding on the Stallions. That'll back them up 10 to a 1st and goal from, I don't know exactly where. So that backs him up to a first and goal here from, it's going to be about the 16-yard line, I think. It's first and goal from the 17, actually. With 2:03 to go in the first quarter. Magoo in shotgun, Marable the back line to his right. Magoo takes a snap, he looks to throw. Underneath, caught by Sternberger across the 10-yard line. Skips one tackle, and Sternberger walks in for a Stallions touchdown. The Stallions respond to the Breakers touchdown with a touchdown drive of their own, and it's capped off by a 17-yard catch and run by Jason Sternberger, his 8th total touchdown of the season. And the former Green Bay Packer caps off a 5-play, I don't know exactly how long. 5 plays, 62 yards. Here we go. The extra point from Aubrey is actually no good, as it is missed to the left. One of the rare misses you will see from Brandon Aubrey. And it will stay a 9-7 game. But the Stallions, they retake the lead. It is now 9-7. Aubrey had been so good for the Stallions, one of the rare times he misses. Let me find the exact kicking numbers. He was 14 of 15 on field goals. He's now 15 of 16. And on extra points, he was a perfect 35 of 35. His first miss of the season comes in the playoffs here. Aubrey was one of 2 kickers with a perfect extra point percentage. The other was Matt Coughlin of the Breakers. So both elite kickers in this game as well, even though that's definitely going to get looked at with how good these two teams are. Just 6 more touchdowns. So far, results in the poll say 50-50. Make sure to vote if you guys haven't already done so. I also put a poll out in the community tab of my channel. You guys can make sure to check out for polls, updates, anything like that. I said, who do you think will win the USFL South Division Championship game? And 67% of you guys said the Stallions, 33% said the Breakers. So waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. The Breakers are going to get the football back. They've been excellent offensively so far today, aside from the interception, which, I mean, you really can't even put on them. You can put on the Turf Monster because their receiver slipped. And the Turf Monster played a big role in last night's game as well, because the final stat line for the Turf Monster in last night's game, 2 tackles and a forced fumble as well. That's for the Maulers. You're in that 33%, okay. I mean, it could definitely go either way. I'm kind of surprised it's that one side of 2/3 of people saying the Stallions, but I mean, they have been the most consistent, well-balanced team in the USFL for the entirety of the season, so I can definitely understand it, and that's one of the reasons why I'm picking them, but I can definitely see this game going either way. The kick is away for the 3rd time here in this first quarter. There's 1:49 to go in the first quarter, and for the 3rd time in the first quarter, it is a touchback. Aubrey led the USFL with 6 touchbacks on kickoffs in the regular season. He's already got half of that so far in the first quarter. They should make him kick from like the 10 and everybody else wherever it is, like the 25 or 30. So 1st and 10, 1:49 to go in the first quarter. Stallions lead this one 9-7. Buffalo Thompson, off play action, looks to throw. Protected well, fires over the middle. That is tipped and almost intercepted. Scooby Wright got a hand on it. He missed the majority of the season due to injury, but is back here for the Stallions and is already making his presence known with a big pass breakup and a near interception here in the first quarter. Buffalo Thompson looking for D. Anderson, the guy who had the 32-yard catch down the sideline, looking for him over the middle. Scooby Wright, this season, 1 forced fumble, 6 tackles. He missed 8 games with an injury and didn't finish either of the other 2 games. Here is the toss to Anthony Jones, looking for somewhere to go, and he's going to get dragged down for a loss of 3 by Scooby Wright. Back-to-back big plays made by Wright. A 4-yard tackle for loss, and then also a pass deflection almost intercepted. You feel whoever wins the South wins the championship. Same here. They say defense wins championships, which, I mean, obviously the Maulers have that defensive, or that championship caliber defense, but I just think these 2 teams out of the South are much more well-balanced and just a better overall team. 3rd and 14, Buffalo Thompson goes down the sideline, caught by Johnny Dixon for a first down. He gains 18 on the play, and the Breakers move the chains. Johnny Dixon's second catch on the day. This one is that's one that moves the chains for them on a 3rd and long. Was the first 3rd down the Breakers have faced so far. Sorry, it was actually the 3rd catch for Johnny Dixon. He's up to 30 receiving yards. 1st and 10. Buffalo Thompson off play action, pressured down the sideline, incomplete. Buffalo Thompson also hit as he threw, and that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, the Stallions lead the Breakers by a score of 9-7. Very entertaining first quarter. This first quarter, we saw a combined 15 points, whereas in yesterday's first half, I believe we saw a combined 16 points. Let me check that just to make sure I'm not saying that incorrectly. I believe it was 10-6 at halftime, if I recall correctly. And then the 2 teams exploded on offense second half. It was 10-3, okay. So we've already reached the first half total of yesterday's game in one quarter. Just remember the USFL Championship, 4-6 versus 9-1. Yeah, that's definitely true. It's a good thing the Stallions are 8-2, not 9-1. I'm kidding. That probably doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, that is definitely true. There's definitely similarities. So I mean, you got a 4-6 team coming out of one division, going to face a really good team who is probably a lot more complete and more well-rounded than them. You got their defense, which has been huge all season long for them. Oh, wait a minute. There's just so many similarities here. When you look at this. The Maulers are 4-6. The Renegades were 4-6. Why is this frozen? The Maulers were 4-6. The Renegades are 4-6. The Renegades had a great defense. The Maulers have a great defense. In the playoff game, the semifinal game, the Renegades offense had their best game. The Maulers offense put up a season high 31 points. No, that wasn't a season high, was it? I don't know. But the point is, they had one of their best offensive games yesterday. So a lot of similarities. Plus, they're going to face a team that's a lot better than them, and is probably going to get picked by probably like 90% of people to win the championship. So a lot of similarities. But I mean, we'll have to see if history repeats itself. I really hope the USFL and the XFL make some kind of agreement or partnership where they either merge leagues or they let the two champions play each other. I know it wouldn't really work out now because the XFL has had several players sign with the NFL and stuff like that. And also, they haven't played in like 2 months, but that would just be so cool. Renegades offense wasn't that good. Yeah, it wasn't, but then in the playoffs it was really good. Free play here for the Breakers, or I thought play blown dead. There were some pre-snap penalties. I think it's going to be on the Stallions, but the Breakers may have jumped early. It is a false start. That will back the Breakers up 5. I thought it was the Stallions with the early movement. Apparently it was the Breakers. So here is a 2nd and 15 with 15 minutes to go in the second quarter. McQuad Buffalo Thompson, 85 yards, touchdown, and a pick on 8 of 11 passing in the first quarter. There's another completion, finds Johnny Dixon. And he's going to gain about 6 yards there. Getting the penalty yardage back. So far, results in the poll, 60% said the Breakers won, 40% said the Stallions. Make sure to vote if you haven't already. Sorry, it was actually a gain of 4 on that previous play, not 6. So here's a 3rd and 11. Surratt, the tight end, in motion for the Breakers. Buffalo Thompson looks to throw. Over the middle, that is incomplete. A little bit of a low throw. Unable to be caught by Johnny Dixon. Buffalo Thompson was hit as he threw that one, still able to deliver a somewhat accurate pass. And both the third downs the Breakers have faced so far have been third and very long, at least 10 yards. So 4th and 11, the first punt of the day. We'll see the ball switch possession. So the punt is away. It's a big kick. And fair catch at the 10-yard line by Davion Davis. And that is where the Stallions offense will take over for their first drive in the second half. They lead this one 9-7 with 13:50 to go in the first half. Did I just say their first drive in the first? I meant the first drive in the second quarter. We've only got 1 like on this stream, guys. Make sure to smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate that. So far, results in the poll. 67% have said the Breakers... Did I spell Breakers wrong? No, I didn't. 33% have said the Stallions will win. So still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. The Stallions defense just forced the first punt of the day. And the Stallions now take over the ball at their own, marked at the 10-yard line. Been a very even game so far. Alright, this is a long commercial break. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Alright, this is like the longest commercial break ever. I've seen a lot of votes come in the poll recently. We've now got 60% saying the Stallions win, 40% to the Breakers. Again, make sure to vote if you guys haven't already. Now they're back from commercial break. They're showing how Alex Magoo has been the best quarterback in the USFL. Best rushing quarterback, best or he's got the most touchdowns. Keep up the good work. Thank you, I will. How are you doing today? Thank you for the encouragement and support as well. So 1st and 10 from their own 11. Magoo, off play action, rolls out to his right. Magoo looks downfield, and he fires. That's complete to number 1, who breaks a tackle and is forced out of bounds after a nice gain there. Who's number 1? I don't remember the Stallions having a 1. Number 1 for the Stallions is Josh Johnson. He's got to be a new addition to the team. Oh, he's only got 2 catches for 13 yards on the year. So a nice play there gets him to the 36. Magoo, on the keeper here, he pulls this one and runs for a gain of 4. Oh, now Magoo is hurt. Looks like he took a hit to the head. Got a flag that comes in. Oh, it's a face mask. His helmet was ripped off. Now, hopefully Magoo's okay. He's going to come out of the game. So he comes out of the game. He seems to be fine, but he's just getting checked out on the sideline. So Jalen Morton in at quarterback here for the Stallions. He's a guy the Stallions seem to be the future at the quarterback position, with Magoo most likely going to get NFL options and potentially Jamar Smith as well. But Morton hands off on his first snap to 23. He runs somebody over and gains 7. And now Magoo going to enter the game once again. So he's going to miss 1 play. And thankfully he's okay. 23 for the Stallions. That is Ricky Pearson Jr. So 2nd and 3 at Magoo, but now back in at quarterback for the Stallions. He's fine. Johnson in motion. Magoo looks to throw. He's got a free rusher, rolls out to his right. Now Magoo going to take off and run. And he is forced out of bounds a yard short of the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 5. So here is a 3rd and 5, a little under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Got your comment in a second. Magoo in shotgun. Here he looks to throw. Quick throw caught by Petway. He's got a first down. Across the 30-yard line, taken down at the 28, and the Stallions move the chains. Just like rushing starting quarterback, easy to get injured. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, they've definitely cut down on how much they've used him in the run game since he became their full-time starter, and Jamar Smith went down with the injury in week 1. But he's still going to be getting opportunities to run the ball. I mean, he had over 400 rushing yards in the regular season. But I definitely understand the concern for injury. Magoo going to keep this one. And he's going to spin away from one defender, and now he's going to get out of bounds after a gain of 3 on this one. Hi, how's it going? How are you? Magoo essentially stiff-armed a defensive end. On his way to a 5-yard run. So 2nd and 5 here. Magoo in shotgun. Here he looks to throw. He's going to go deep down the field. He's got a man that is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, had a nice gain to start the drive, unable to connect there, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Alright, you're good. Glad to hear that. Who do I think is going to win? I've got the Stallions by a score of 33-25. How about you? Who do you think is going to win? You don't have to give me a score, just who do you think is going to win? If you want to give me a score, that's great, but you don't have to. I just included the score with it. So 3rd and 5 here for the Stallions at the Breakers' 24-yard line. Magoo rolls out to his right, directs traffic. He's all the way back to his 40-yard line. Now Magoo throws downfield and incomplete. That's going to bring up a 4th and 5. And the Stallions will be forced to settle for another field goal attempt. You've got the Breakers 21-17. Okay, I could see that. I think it'd be a little bit of a higher scoring game, but I could see that. Sternberger was wide open on that play, waving both his hands at Magoo, but Magoo apparently just didn't see him, or did when it was too late. So Brandon Aubrey, what did I do? For the extra point here, the field goal, and his kick is up and good. His 2nd field goal of the day gives the Stallions a 12-7 lead, and it would be 13-7, but he missed the extra point on the Stallions touchdown earlier. But the Stallions continue to lead the Breakers. It is now 12-7 after the 2nd field goal from Brandon Aubrey, and the Breakers will get the ball back. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. We've got the Breakers at 33-31 over the Stallions. Okay, I could see that. I definitely think it's going to be a higher scoring game. And, I mean, it could definitely go either way. Both teams have really good offenses. So, I mean, it's really a coin flip, but I've got the Stallions. But yeah, I could definitely see the Breakers get with the win. Who will have a better record this season? What do you mean? Like, who has a better record now? Right now, the Stallions are 8-2, and the Breakers are 7-3. Oh. You had a continuation to your question, sorry. Colts or Jaguars? Jaguars, definitely. I don't really think the Colts are going to be all that good. Rookie quarterback didn't even play a whole ton in college. It's going to be a lot of growing pains for the Colts this season. And the Jaguars already showed that they were good last year with, what, a 9-8 record? And I think that's only going to continue to get better. And I think Trevor Lawrence is going to take another step forward. For the Colts record-wise, I'm thinking like a 5-12, 4-13 type range. I don't really think they'll be that good. For Jaguars, maybe like a 10-7, 11-6 type thing. So the kick is away. The Breakers going to get the football here. This time not a touchback. Anthony Jones on the return across the 20-yard line. Jones going to bounce this to the outside across the 30. And he's forced to bounce at the 34. And McLeod, Bethel Thompson, and the Breakers offense back onto the field. They trail 12-7. So 1st and 10 and 9:01 to go in the second quarter. Bethel Thompson hands off to Wes Hills, and Hills is going to run for a gain of 2 on that one. So they actually only give him a yard there. So here's a 2nd and 9. For the Breakers, they go I formation. Now they motion out of it. Buffalo Thompson looks to throw. It's going to go pretty deep down the field. That's incomplete. Well over the head of his intended target, D. Anderson. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. They did a good job avoiding 3rd downs earlier. Now, they've got another 3rd down. This is their 3rd down of the day. All have been 3rd and long situations. This is their shortest 3rd down at 3rd and 9. The others had been 3rd and 11 and 3rd and 14. So here is a 3rd and 9. Bethel Thompson in shotgun. Hills the back, wind up to his right. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Pump fakes, pressured. Hit as he throws, incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 9. And the Stallions defense forces a quick 3 and out. Dondra Tillman, number 99, got the hit on Buffalo Thompson, forcing an inaccurate throw. So the Stallions will get the football back. White on to punt on this 4th and 9. His kick is away, and Davis will let this one bounce at about the 25, and it will skip out bounds at the 24. And that is where the Stallions will take over. Their defense with really good back-to-back drives, forcing a quick 3 and out that time. And then the previous drive, it was a 6-play, 14-yard punt. 6 plays, 14 yards, resulting in a punt. So back-to-back, really nice drives by back-to-back, really nice drives by the Stallions defensively. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Sorry, just to check something really quickly. The Stallions going to get the football at their own 24-yard line with about a little over 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. They lead this one 12-7. So far, results in the poll: 58% have said the Breakers. 58% have said the Stallions. 42% have said the Breakers. Make sure to vote if you haven't already. The winner of this game will face the Pittsburgh Maulers in the championship game next Saturday. Alright, so they're back from commercial break here. Showing Skip Holtz, I think, getting announced as Coach of the Year in front of the Stallions. This is his second season as the Stallions head coach. He's got a 19-3 record, which is best in the USFL, including the championship win last season. Magoo looks to throw. He's pressured right away. They set up the screen to Deion Kane. Kane only going to get about a yard as he's taking him down, essentially right as he catches that ball by number 7. Michael Stevens. So here is a 2nd and 9. Magoo so far 7 of 11 passing for 97 yards or 95 yards and a touchdown. Second and 9, and we're gonna get a timeout called for it by the Stallions. The play clock was winding down. First timeout spent by either team will stop the clock with 6:39 to go in the first half. So here is a 2nd and 9 for the Stallions. They lead this one 12-7, 6:39 to go in the second quarter. From their own 25, Magoo in shotgun. Breakers bring a blitz. Magoo gonna find Pearson out of the backfield. Uses a stiff arm, and he breaks free. Down the sideline, he's forced out of bounds at roughly midfield. Picks up a first down, obviously, as well. There is a flag that comes in on the play. So let's see what that is and if the play will stand. Looks like it's going to be against the Stallions. No, it's actually against the Breakers. Is a face mask penalty. So yeah, it is a face mask. Hold on. Alright, sorry, I don't know why they did that. Just like buffered for a second. Sorry about that. But tack on 15 more, and from the 36, Magoo looks to throw. He's going to go deep down the field. Double coverage, incomplete. Not a good decision right there. Well, Michael Petway, the intended receiver. Not a good decision by Magoo to go into double coverage. Looking for Davion Davis. No, sorry, it was Petway. They're showing Davion Davis, who's probably going to come open on the corner route. But Magoo opts to go to the end zone. Not a great decision. So 2nd and 10. Magoo looks to throw. Breakers bring a blitz. Magoo completes it to Davis. Davis now after the catch. Still on his feet, spinning to the 10-yard line. And Davion Davis is in for a Stallions touchdown. It is now 19-7 after a nice 36-yard catch and run by Davion Davis. Just a simple slant. And then Davis does the rest after the catch. Davis was the USFL's second leading receiver. And was fourth in the league in yards after catch with 292. And it's because of plays like that. Here's Aubrey for the extra point to put him up 20-7. And his extra point is good. Did I do that correctly? No, I didn't. It's now 19-7. Sorry. So it is now 19-7. The Stallions lead the Breakers. And Davis with a nice catch and run as the Stallions extend their lead. 19-7 with 5:22 to go in the second quarter. Maguno up to 156 passing yards and 2 touchdowns and just 9 completions. A lot of big plays, averaging 17.3 yards per completion for the Stallions. And now the Breakers, they really need to get things going back in the positive direction on offense, because they were able to bounce back nicely from their interception earlier in the game, and then they came back and scored a touchdown on their following drive. But then their 2 most recent drives, they've gone punt and punt. So they really need to get their offense back on track, because you don't want to fall behind too much, because their defense already hasn't been really stopping the Stallions, I guess you could say. Because obviously the Stallions putting up 19 points already, and it could be 20 had they made the other extra point. So the Breakers, they really need to get their offense moving the football and getting some more points on the board, so they don't fall behind too much, and then the deficit is too much to overcome. Results in the poll: 62% have said the Stallions will win, 38% have said the Breakers. Make sure to vote if you guys haven't already. Alright, still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Give me 1 second. Alright, they're now back from commercial break. Showing a replay of the touchdown. So the Stallions set to kick it away. Aubrey's got it teed up. And for, what is it, the 5th time this first half, he will send it away to Anthony Jones, who awaits to kick at about the 5. Kickoffs from the USFL are at the 20, by the way. So Jones fields this at his own 5. On the return, Jones crossed the 30-yard line, and he's taken down by either a face mask or horse collar tackle by Petway, but I don't think we're going to get a call. Looks like we should have gotten a flag on that one. They're showing Skip Holtz, Stallions head coach, and Alex McGill looking at the iPad over there. So, 1st and 10, quick throw to the outside, caught by Adams. Turns upfield. No, sorry, that's Johnny Dixon. I thought I saw 9. But Dixon gains 7 on quick little screen pass. So it's officially marked an 8-yard catch and run there for Johnny Dixon, his 5th catch. Maybe 6th, I'm not really sure. I think it's his 5th. But here is a 2nd and 2 for the Breakers. On the carry here, gets number 15. He's going to lose about 15, not quite, but what a loss there. Davis in the backfield for a loss of about 5 yards. And who even is number... What did I say his number was? 15? That is Cyrus... I don't even know how to say that guy's name. I'm not even going to attempt it. So here is a 3rd and 7. Loss of 5 on the play. Bethel Thompson in shotgun. Dixon in motion here. Bethel Thompson, quick throw to the outside. Incomplete. Looking for Johnny Dixon. Nice play there. Knocking the ball away by number 22 of the Stallions defense. That is Lorenzo Burns. Very nice job in coverage there. Knocking that pass away from Dixon. And another 3 and out here for the Breakers. Back-to-back 3 and outs. And the Stallions got the ball back. I just realized never changed the ball marker in the first place. Bounces at about the 13 and is going to be down at the 12. And that is where Magoo and the Stallions offense will take over for another drive here in the first half with 3:52 to go. I don't think these numbers are right, but if it is, it says, yeah, this could be the 5th. This will be the 5th drive for the Stallions. Yet they've only had 13-17 of possession time. Yet the Breakers have only had the ball for about 13 minutes, 12:59. So it's interesting that it's not. I thought there would be a bigger difference. I feel like the Stallions have had the ball a lot more. Maybe they have, and it's just hasn't updated, or I'm not really sure. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break here. The Stallions have the ball at about their own, or on their own, let's see, their own 12 with 3:53 to go in the first half. So they're back from commercial break here. Magoo and the Stallions offense onto the field. They're showing a replay of the touchdown by Davis from the previous drive. No, sorry, that wasn't. Sorry, I thought it was the touchdown. It wasn't. There's a similar spot in the field. Now there's the replay of the touchdown to Davis, but they're backed up at their own 12 here. Magoo in shotgun, Merrill with the back line to his right. A little under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Stallions outgain the Breakers 112-8 here in the second quarter. Marable on the touch pass. He's going to lose 2. Nice play there by the Breakers defense. Gets something going in the positive direction. The Stallions have scored on all 4 of their possessions so far. Field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown. That means they're in line for a field goal this drive. So, a 2nd and 12 after the little touch pass to Marable goes backwards. From the 10, Magoo looks to throw. Tipped at the line and incomplete. He's looking for Sternberger near the sideline. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 12, and this will be huge for the Breakers defense to get off the field here. Defensive end Jordan Brailford, number 95, got a hand on it. And forced down to pop up in the air and be incomplete. So here's a 3rd and 12. Empty backfield here for Alex Magoo. He looks to throw. Breakers bring a blitz. Magoo rolls out to his right. Fires down the field. Caught for a 1st down by Deon Kane. A gain of about 14 yards there. And the Stallions move the chains with about 3 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Really nice job by Alex Magoo there to spin away from the roll out away from the pressure, and then find an open receiver downfield and Deon Kane for a 1st down as well. So 1st and 10 from their own 24. Magoo, another empty backfield here. He looks to throw. Quick throw to the outside. High throw and incomplete. Number 16, Adrian Hardy, the intended receiver there. That one just kind of sailed on Magoo a little bit too high and incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here, 2:26 to go in the 1st half. Johnson in motion. Magoo hands off to Marable, who's going to bounce this to the right. Cut back. Get a 1st down, get out of bounds after a gain of 15. A very nice run from CJ Marable, who's been really good for the Stallions this season. And is now up to, let's see, how much rushing yards does he have? He's got quite a bit. I don't think that's updated yet, but it's got about 60 yards on 7 carries, I think. No, maybe that did update. No, never mind. He's got 6 carries for 46 yards, so averaging 7.7 yards a carry is not bad. And we have now reached the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. The Stallions lead the Breakers by a score of 19-7. And they've got the football as well. They've also got 2 timeouts remaining. Breakers with 3 timeouts remaining here in the 1st half. Well, Breakers gave up. Well, there's still plenty of time left, but it's not looking promising for the Breakers at the moment. I can definitely say that. So far, results in the poll, 65% of you guys said the Stallions will win, 35% have said the Breakers. Give me 1 second to check something extremely quickly. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Stallions with the football at, let's see, where exactly are they? At their own 39, with 2 minutes to go. Alright, now they're back from commercial. The Stallions have scored 73 points in the final 2 minutes of either half this season. That is the most in the USFL. The USFL average is 37, so more than double that, if I did my math correctly. No, that's a little bit less than double. Magoo looks to throw. He's pressured. Magoo, still on his feet, spins away from it, now fires down the field. That is a diving catch made by Davis, I think. If he was able to get under it, it's a catch. That's close. Yeah, that's a catch. He got his hands under it. A nice diving catch by Davion Davis coming back to the ball, showing he was definitely snubbed from the All-USFL team. Now it's 3 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown. Gets the comments in a second. Clock now begins to run. 1:45 to go in the half. 1st and 10 for the Stallions. They have outgained the Breakers so far, 255 to 122. They've got the ball at the Breakers' 32-yard line. Magoo in shotgun. Merrill with the back arm to his right. Magoo looks to throw. Breakers bring a blitz. Magoo pressured. Quick throw, and that is incomplete. Petway, the intended target. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Breakers will need to have a dominant game on both sides to win in the second half. They definitely will. They have not been great so far. Currently a 7-play, 56-yard drive, taking 226 off the clock for the Stallions. They've got 127 and 2 timeouts to work with. A 2nd and 10 from the 32. Magoo looks to throw, rolls out. Now pressured. Magoo now rolls out to the other way, directs traffic, fires downfield, caught. I think he's out of bounds. Petway made the catch, and he is out of bounds. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. A stop right here for the Breakers defense would really be nice to force a long field goal. And maybe that's something they can build on as they head to the second half. That was a really nice grab by Petway. He tried so hard to keep his foot in. I think his toe was just out of bounds, though. Great effort, though. Play clock winding down. They just got the snap off. Magoo going to take off and run here. Across the 30-yard line. Gets a 1st down, taken down at the 20. And with 1:10 to go, the clock temporarily stops on a 1st down. Athletic play by Alex Magoo there to get the 1st down. Jumping over diving defenders. And moving the chains for the Stallions, getting 12 on the scramble there. And they have now spent their 2nd timeout stopping the clock with, it says 1:07, but I think they're going to put 1:10 back on. But Alex Magoo has definitely been his MVP self so far today, as he's been great. Almost 200 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, as well as 22 rushing yards. He's got 197 passing yards to be exact. Now they put his numbers up, but he's now got 2+ touchdowns in every single game this season. Another reason he's the MVP. Or 2+ total touchdowns, passing and rushing combined. But 1st and 10 here from the 19. Magoo looks to throw. Underneath, caught by Sternberger. Sternberger forces one missed tackle, gets a first down, and he's out of bounds at the 7. Another nice catch and run from the all-USFL tight end. Sternberger, 3 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Magoo now crosses 200 yards. 1st and goal to give to Marable, and he is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to run. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal from the 6. Clock is running. Under 50 seconds to go. The Stallions still have 1 timeout, Breakers with 2. No, sorry. Stallions with 2 timeouts, Breakers with 2. So it was the Breakers that spent the timeout before. The clock is still running. Here's a 2nd and goal for the Stallions at the 6. No, sorry, the 7. Magoo in shotgun. Here he's going to keep this one. He's got a blocker in front. That's Moss, and Magoo's going to gain 2. Timeout. They do call a timeout, okay. They call a timeout with 14 seconds to go in the half. That is their 2nd timeout. Now you've got a play to the end zone, which is going to be your 3rd down play, and then you've got a... either you're going to score a touchdown or settle for a field goal. Really nice clock management by the Stallions, because it was getting into that like tricky range where you got the clock running at 50 seconds. You could use timeouts to stop the clock, but then you might leave them time. They've done a really nice job managing this clock. So they've got 14 seconds left in the half, 3rd and goal. Magoo in shotgun. This pass is probably going to go to the end zone. And now we've got a timeout called defensively as the Breakers spend their 2nd timeout. That now leaves each team with 1 remaining. They must have seen something they did not like matchup-wise or something like that. So still 3rd and goal with 14 seconds to go. Ball will be snapped from the 5-yard line. Magoo's 209 passing yards are the most in the first half of his USFL career. Which is really just this season, because last year he wasn't the starter. Even though he began the season as a starter last season. And the backup as this year, yet due to injury he became the backup last year, and due to injury he became the starter this year, so very confusing there. But 3rd and goal, Magoo looks to throw, he's pressured, they bring a blitz, and that's caught. Davion Davis, 2nd touchdown, and the Stallions extend their lead. It is now 25-7. The Stallions with a really dominant performance so far in the first half. The 3rd touchdown of the first half for Magoo. The 2nd receiving touchdown for Davis. Magoo does a nice job of getting the ball out quickly and getting the ball around the free rusher who tried to block that ball. So the extra point here from Brandon Aubrey set to make it 26-7, and he does that as his extra point is up and good. So 26-7 here. 11 seconds left in the half. And the Stallions will also get the ball to start the second half, as the Breakers won the toss and opted to receive the kick to begin the game. Sorry you're late. That's okay, welcome to the stream. Just glad you're here now. Don't worry about it. So the kick is away. It is a short, towering kick fielded at the 35. And he's taken down at the 38, so a 3-yard return. 6 seconds for the Breakers to work with, and 1 timeout. It's probably just either going to be taking a knee or doing a Hail Mary. So first and 10, Bethel Thompson just going to go deep right away. That is incomplete. And the clock shows zeros. So that brings us to halftime. The Stallions going to get the ball to start the second half. So the Stallions lead this one 26-7 as we reach halftime. And they have been really, really good so far. Obviously, the score shows that. But I'm going to go take a quick break, as I do at halftime of every game I stream. I will be back in a few minutes. While I am gone, make sure to give the stream a like, and while you're there, I'd greatly appreciate if you guys can subscribe as well. So make sure to like the stream. And also subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And I will be back in a minute. Wait, the only reason that rule is there is the Holly roller play. What's that mean? What rule? Hold on. Oh, Raiders fumbled for... Oh, yeah. Okay. And won a game. Alright, yeah, I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go take a quick break, and I will be back in a second with my updated score prediction. First half stats, stuff like that. So yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Let me just check something real quick. The one where Trey Quinn could have won the game. Yeah. When they fumbled it forward in the end zone. I still don't like that rule, though. But yeah, I'll be back in a second. So I will be right back. Where'd my other shoe go? Okay. Yeah, I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. You're cooking food right now. Okay, cool. You need overtime and a second half comeback. The Breakers definitely do. It has not been a good first half for them. You want the Stallions to win. Maulers beat your team, which is the Panthers, okay? Alright, but the Stallions lead this one 26-7 at halftime. It was a dominant first half for them, especially offensively and through the air. Alex Magoo, 215 passing yards, a career high for one half, and 3 touchdowns as well. Rushing for the Stallions, they've got 7 carries, 45 yards from CJ Marable, 4 carries, 23 yards for Alex Magoo, and Ricky Pearson Jr. a carry for 7. I'm just going to go through the stats, then I'll go with my updated score prediction. But receiving for the Stallions, Davion Davis hauled in all 4 targets for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sternberger, 3 catches, 62 yards and a touchdown. Johnson, 1 for 25. Pearson, 1 for 24. Kane, 3 for 19. Petway, 1 for 13. Marable, 1 for 4. Hardy, no catches on 1 target. And stats for the Breakers on the first half. McLeod Bethel Thompson, 10 of 18 for 97 yards, touchdown, and an interception. Rushing for the Breakers, Wes Hills, 5 of 18, or 5 carries for 18 yards. Anthony Jones, 3 for 12. And then a guy I have no idea how to say his name, a carry for loss of 5. And receiving for the Breakers, Johnny Dixon, 5 carries, 5 catches, 48 yards on 8 targets. D. Anderson, 1 for 32. Sage Surratt, 2 for 13. Wes Hills, 1 for 6. And Jonathan Adams, 1 for 4 and a touchdown. You're making French toast. I was just about to ask you, what are you making? Because you said you're cooking. Cool. And team stats real quick. From the first half, these Stallions have mostly dominated. Time of possession in favor of the Stallions, 16:59 to 13:01. Total plays, the Stallions have run more, 36 to 27. The Stallions have outgained the Breakers, 288 to 122. They are averaging more yards a play, 8 to 4.5. They're 2 of 2 in the red zone, although the Breakers are 1 of 1 in the red zone. They've got more passing yards, more passing touchdowns, more yards per pass attempt, more rushing yards. Neither team's got a rushing touchdown, and they have not turned the ball over, whereas the Breakers have. So the first half has been all Stallions, and let's see if they will continue that in the second half. They will get the ball to start the second half, as the Breakers decided they were going to be aggressive, because they came out, won the toss, and decided they were going to go get the football. Ended up turning the ball over on their first drive. Then their second drive, they scored a touchdown, and then it's just been all downhill offensively from there. But my updated score prediction as far as that goes, as I change this to let you guys know. But it's been a great game so far for the Stallions. The Breakers really need to get things going if they want any chance at this. But, my updated score prediction, let's go with Stallions by a score of, I don't know how many points they're going to hit. I don't think they'll hit, they might hit 40, they need another, 2 touchdowns to do that? I mean, really they might hit 40. Yeah, let's go 40 flat. So 40 to 24. Final score. So the Stallions will get the ball here to start the second half. You've got the Stallions by 16. Okay, so if it's 40-24. Yeah, I've got Stallions by 16. So 30 more minutes to go. Stallions lead 26-7. The Breakers have it teed up and send it away. Deon Kane back deep to receive. He's got 2 return touchdowns on the season. Fields it as his 4. Kane crossed the 20-yard line. Cuts this to the outside and is forced out of bounds at the 38. And that is where Alex Magoo and the Stallions offense will come out for the first drive here in the second half. The Stallions are the only team in the USFL to score 20-plus points in every game this season. They have hit that in the first half They have scored 23 unanswered points. For once, your TV is faster than me. Oh, okay. It depends on, I think, what channel's the game on. Who's further ahead. Here is the give to Marable up the middle. He's going to run for 4, maybe 5. Looks like about 4 on the first play of the second half. Had himself a nice first half with about 50 rushing yards. So here is a 2nd and 6 for the Stallions. Magoo in shotgun. Sternberger, the tight end, in motion. Magoo, another hand. Nope, Magoo's going to keep this one. Evades one defender across the 50-yard line and is out of bounds at the 37. Nice run there for Alex Magoo on the option. He moves the change for the Stallions. Alex Magoo is such a dangerous runner. He's probably now up to like almost 40, maybe even 50 rushing yards on the day now. Oh, here we go. 5 carries, 42 yards. So 1st and 10, Magoo off play action. He's pressured. Rolls out. Does a big circle. Now he's back to the 50. Magoo going to take off and throw it on the run. Deion Kane makes the catch for a gain of 11 and another first down. Me, I ate before I started streaming. So 1st and 10 from the 28. Magoo, quick throw to the outside. Caught by Davis for a gain of 8. His 5th catch. Wait, oh no, Mauler's win XFL flashbacks. Yeah, could definitely happen. I mean, a very similar situation. A 4-6 team in the championship with a great defense, not a great offense. It's a lot of similarities, and we'll have to see if that repeats in the USFL. So 2nd and 3 here for the Stallions from the 21. Magoo hands off to CJ Marable, who is going to power his way forward for 4 and a first down. I can't believe your defender's lost. Yeah, it was kind of shocking to see the 4-6 Renegades go and beat the 9-1 defenders, who are the best team all year long, and just probably the better team in almost every aspect of the game on paper. But then obviously different result actually happened. But yeah, it was crazy. So 1st and 10 from the 17. Magoo in shotgun. Here he hands off to Marable once again. Running left, Marable across the 10-yard line, cuts inside, and CJ Marable has another Stallions touchdown. Their first rushing touchdown of the day. And it is now 32-7. It's over. Definitely appears to be that way, unless there's going to be some kind of all-time comeback here for the Breakers. Here's a look from Marable's helmet cam. Nice look on the touchdown run. But the Stallions extend their lead. The extra point here from Brandon Aubrey. To make it 33-7. By the way, CJ Marable is injured after that as he went hopping and limping off the field and now is helped to the medical tent. That's not a good sign. But the extra point here from Aubrey to make it 33-7. His kick is up and his kick is good. So 33-7. And the Breakers have some serious work to do. They now find themselves trailing by, 26? A 26-point deficit. And they're about to get their first touch of the ball here in the second half. Got something in my eye. Alright, but waiting for them to come back from commercial break. The Stallions now lead 33-7 after a touchdown run by Marable, but he did suffer an injury on that touchdown run as his leg kind of bent a weird way after he got into the end zone. So hopefully he's okay. Nobody said anything about Marable's injury yet. I will keep to see if there's any injury update. So the Breakers, they're set to get the ball for their first drive here in the second half. How many yards for Marable? Let me check really quick. 71 yards and a touchdown on 10 carries. Oh, hold up. And we also have... He's also got 4 receiving yards. So the kickoff is away. It is a short kick fielded at by one of the upmen once again. And he's taken down at the 41. West Hills doesn't have many. I think the Breakers as a team only have like 12 rushing yards. The Breakers have been a second half team, offensively and defensively, so let's see if that can be true for today's game as well. West Hills 18 rushing yards and 6 receiving yards. Buffalo Thompson, it rolls out to his right, designed roll out. Now it continues to roll out, and down the field, fires, caught by Dixon for a gain of 6. It's done. Time to eat. Alright, enjoy your meal. So 2nd and 10 here. Buffalo Thompson. Looks to throw, quick throw. That is incomplete. Dixon, again, the intended target. Johnny Dixon's been targeted several times. He's now up to 10 targets, holding half of them for about 45 yards. He's really turned into the go-to target on the outside for this Breakers offense. Breakers 1 of 4 on third down so far, average 10 yards to go. Bethel Thompson goes pretty deep down the field. That is incomplete. Looking for Jonathan Adams. That is over his head. There is a flag down. Prior to the pass, holding on the defense. That is a big penalty for the Breakers. They finally catch a break. TJ Carter, number 7, with the holding penalty there. But the Breakers finally catch a break, and they, definitely hold. They get an automatic first down. Carter was grabbing his jersey. I don't really know how much that physically impacted him, but a clear hold as he was grabbing his jersey the whole way. And you can see his jersey stretch. First and 10, Bethel Thompson throws over the middle, batted down at the line of scrimmage by Tillman. And incomplete. That'll bring up a second and 10. So here is a second and 10 for the Breakers. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Stallions bring a blitz. Quick throw. Bobbled and dropped by Adams. He had it for a second, then thought what he could do with the ball, lost his concentration. And that brings up a third and 10. Probably would have had a first down if he held on to it. So that's incomplete. And that is a third and 10 here for the Breakers. McLeod Bethel Thompson started 8 of 11 in the first quarter. Since then, he's been 2 of 11. Here he fires over the middle. That is high and intercepted. Off the hands and intercepted. Second interception of the day for Brian Allen. And he's taken down at the 40-yard line by Anthony Jones. He returns it to the 40-yard line of the Breakers. The Stallions defense forced their second turnover. Both have come via Brian Allen interceptions. This one, a high throw is off the hands of Johnny Dixon as he made a leaping attempt at it. And then right into the hands of Brian Allen. Game over, definitely seems that way. This probably too much to come back from now, especially if they give up another touchdown. Magoo off play action. Quick throw to the outside, caught by Kane. Gains 8, gets back up after he falls down, and now gains 12. Well, great stream. Have a great night. Yeah, you too. Have a good rest of your night. And glad you enjoyed the stream. We got a first and 10 here from the 29. Low snap. Magoo hands off to 13. That is Davis, getting used as a bit of a running back role with no Marable, or at least I don't think he's out there. You're off to trash talk the Breakers. Okay. Thank you for being here while you could. Greatly appreciate it, and have a good rest of your night. So 2nd and 5 here for the Stallions. Magoo in shotgun. Here he is going to pitch this to Pearson. After faking the give to Davis, Pearson's going to gain about 2. Let me see if there's anything new on CJ Marable, because he is not in there for this drive. No, nothing. Blow out the Maulers? Definitely could happen. I mean, they're facing a good Breakers defense right now, and they're put up 33 points. Magoo looks to throw. Fires to Kane, who catches that. Across the 10-yard line, Deon Kane weaving his way through, goes head over heels, and is taken out at the 5. But, I mean, obviously, assuming the Stallions advance, which, I mean, why would you not? Because they're up by, what's this, 26 points? But, I mean, they could definitely destroy the destroy the Maulers, because they do have a great defense, but, they've just looked so dominant tonight against one of the best teams in the USFL. I don't know, it could definitely happen. Magoo, hands off. No, he's going to keep this. And Magoo walks in for a Stallion touchdown. Runs it in from 5 yards out. I don't love that play call, running your quarterback up by 26. But it works out, so he doesn't even take a hit. And he's in for a Stallion touchdown. It is now 30... Ooh, feels like it's going to be 93. But it is now 39-7. I would not be shocked to see maybe Jalen Morton come into the game at quarterback here for the Stallions, because they know they're going to lead this one by 33 points. The extra point from Aubrey up and good. Every team's needs. Panthers, DB. Was their secondary really that bad? I feel like their secondary was good. Let me check their numbers. Look, I feel like the Panthers had a good pass defense, and good defense overall. They're about middle of the pack in pass defense, allowing 186.4 passing yards a game. Have you seen they've got like no interceptions? Well, I mean, just because you don't have a lot of interceptions doesn't necessarily mean you need a defensive back. That just means you need to be forcing more turnovers. I mean, like the numbers, they look decent. Like there's a lot more to having a good secondary than just forcing turnovers. Give me 1 second. And try to find the amount of interceptions they had as a team. As a team in the regular season, the Panthers had a total of 7 interceptions. 3 from Frank Ginda, 2 from Saba, 1 from Ballard, 1 from Dawkins. Alright, they're back from commercial break here. The Breakers going to get the football. They now trail this one by 33 with 6:15 to go in the third quarter. Yes, 7. They have a total of 7 interceptions on the year. They need to return this right here and onside again and again. I mean, so a long way to go even if you do that. Instead, they muff the kickoff. Jones then picks it up and returns it to the 32. This is the best spring league team I've ever seen. Yeah, the Stallions, insane. They're really, really good. They've scored on every drive tonight. 5 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Definitely the best team in the USFL. Probably the best team of any XFL team as well. First and 10 at Bethel Thompson. Quick throw caught by Surratt. He is going to gain about 7 yards there. And move the chains. Oh, sorry, not move the chains. About 7 yards there, and that'll bring up a second and about 3. Second and 3 at Bethel Thompson under center. Here's the toss to Jones to the right. Jones gets through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get across midfield. If he didn't stumble, he might still be going. He's taken down at the 47. There is a flag down. So let's check what this flag is. Did they pick up the flag? Hold on. Just said first down. Alright, I think they just picked up the flag. Stallions with nearly 400 yards of total offense, 389. Here is the give to Hills. Bethel Thompson's getting downfield to throw a block. Not every day you see a quarterback 11 yards downfield throwing a block for your running back. And it's not just like he's close. He's 11 yards down the field. Interesting. But yeah, there was no flag on that previous play. West Hills now up to 6 carries for 30 yards, but Breakers really can't afford to be running the football much, because unless you're going to run for a 75-yard touchdown every play, not really going to work. They go back to Hills running left. He looks for a lane. Instead, he's just going to get taken down right at the line of scrimmage by JoJo Tillery, who missed a good portion of the season this year with an ankle injury, but has been good when he's played. I believe he missed the first 6 games. Another Stallion that's been out for a lot of the season was Joe Johnson, a defensive lineman. Got hurt in the opener, and then I still don't even know if he's playing. Second and 10 here for the Breakers. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. He goes deep down the field. He's got a receiver that is incomplete. Mills got a hand on it. Adams was the intended target, but underthrown by Bethel Thompson. Allows the defensive back to get hands on it and force an incompletion. Adams was open. It's because a bright future as a sports commentator. Glad you think so. Thank you very much for the support and kind words. Greatly appreciate it. Third and 10, Bethel Thompson downfield. That is back shoulder throw incomplete. Sage Surratt, the intended target. I don't like this drone cam view that they're showing. It's hard to get a feel for everything. It's weird. But 4th and 10. 3:07 to go. They're going to keep the offense out there to go for it. I mean, they've got nothing to lose. They've essentially lost the game already. But 4th and 10 from the 35. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Rolls out to his left a little bit. Downfield, incomplete. And the Stallions defense forces a turnover on downs. Stallions got this. They definitely do. I mean, 40-7. They have been incredible so far. And that's probably an understatement. Their defense forces a turnover on downs. The third... I don't know. Do you even count... It's called a turnover on downs, but do you count... I don't think you can count those as physical turnovers. Alright, so they don't count as turnovers, but technically it is a turnover because they turn the ball over on downs. It's weird. It says it in the name, yet it's not technically a turnover. Interesting. But a turnover on downs, the Stallions force ends the Breakers' drive at 7 plays, 33 yards, and the Stallions' offense will get the ball back. Now, I am interested to see if Alex Magoo comes back in at quarterback for the Stallions. Something I am interested to potentially see is how much more Magoo will play, because you've got to imagine you're not going to keep him in for this much longer. Maybe get him to the 4th quarter, then give him like a curtain call type thing. Let him leave the game at the end of the 3rd quarter if they still have the ball. And then put Morton in there for the rest of the game. Because there's no reason to have your starting quarterback and the eventual MVP of the league in when you're up by 33 with about 18 minutes to go. So if I'm the Stallions, I probably keep Magoo in for this drive. That's it, which would probably last the 4th quarter. Or take him out in the middle of the drive, go into the 4th quarter, something like that. So the Stallions, they take over leading 40-3. Second time they've hit 40 points this season. The first time was in week 2, against the Showboats, where they won 42-2. Magoo does remain in at quarterback here for this drive, at least. 1st and 10, 2:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. From their own 35, Magoo looks to throw. Breakers bring a blitz. Magoo throws an incomplete pass, led Sternberger too far. And that brings up a 2nd and 10. Alex Magoo, 4 touchdowns tonight. That is the most in the USFL this season. A 4-touchdown game. Magoo hands off to Pearson, running right. Pearson is going to turn upfield. Still on his feet. And he's going to run for 16. Getting it across midfield to the Breakers side at the 49. CJ Marable was injured. He's over on the sideline. no update on him. No helmet in hand. Doesn't have a helmet, so he's probably out for the rest of the game. Play clock winding down. They got the snap off. Magoo looks to throw. Now he's going to take off and run. He's got a slide here. Don't want to be taking any hits. Instead, Alex Magoo's going to take a nice shot to the stomach. Smart football there. He's got to know not to take a hit right there. Just slide before anyone gets near you. So you're not risking anything. And you're 100% healthy for the championship game next week. So 1st and 10 here from the 34. Magoo hands off to Pearson. Up the middle. Pearson is going to break a tackle. Fumbles the ball. I think he might have been down first. No, it's Breakers football. Breakers football, they're saying he fumbled it before he was down. We're going to get a second look at this right here. No, that ball's definitely out. You did call it. You said fumble. Pearson fumbles the football. And the Breakers now have the ball at their own 25-yard line. You didn't call it yesterday, yeah, but you did right now. Give me 1 second. Check something really quick. Okay. Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break. The Stallions lead this one 40-7, but after a fumble by Ricky Pearson Jr., the Breakers have the football at their own 25-yard line. These ads are long. He'll play it up until the beginning of the 4th. That's what I think. Although there's 26 seconds and the Breakers have the ball now, so not really sure how they're going to do that. Bethel Thompson takes a shot down the field right away. Caught by Jonathan Adams. Nice catch up and over Mills. You're back? Okay, welcome back to the stream. And you're ready. Birmingham wins 47-14. I mean, definitely seems doable. It's another touchdown for each team. Not be shocked if that even happens. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked to see the Stallions hit 50. Bethel Thompson from his own 48. Quick throw. Caught by Surratt. Picks up another first down. Chopped down at the 37-yard line. And that brings us to the 4th quarter. So the Stallions lead the Breakers 40-7. Yes, it definitely is a blowout. As we head to the 4th quarter. XFL flashbacks from what game? Alright, so waiting for them to come back from commercial break. The New Orleans Breakers with the football. They've moved the football fairly well in this drive. 2 plays, 37 yards. They've got the ball at the Stallions' 36-yard line after just 2 plays. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial breaks. We enter the 4th quarter. 15 minutes to go here in this absolute blowout. Stallions lead the Breakers 40-7. This is a really long commercial break. Like, really, really long. You gotta go? Okay, see ya. Thank you for sticking around while you could. Have a good rest of your day. Alright, finally they're back from commercial break. That was a long commercial. What's 2 in a row? Alright, start of the 4th quarter, Bethel Thompson. Quick throw caught by Johnny Davis. He goes down after a gain of 9, sorry. So here is a 2nd and 1 for the Breakers. Here is the toss to 15, who cuts to the outside, and now he cuts it back inside, and he is in for a Breakers touchdown. It is now 40-13. They're going to go for 3 to make it 40-16, which, what does that make it? That'd make it a 24-point game as opposed to a 27-point game. So the Breakers line up to go for 3. Ball placed on the 10-yard line. First time we've seen a 3-point conversion in the USFL this season. A 3-point conversion attempt. Bethel Thompson looks to throw on the, I don't even know what to call it, the extra point play. That's incomplete. Looking for Davis at the goal line. Ends up being incomplete. And the score will stay at 40-13. So the Breakers, they get 6 points off the fumble. And cut it to a 27-point Stallions lead. With, let's see, how much time left? With 14-12 to go. But still, the Stallions have already won this game. So waiting for them to come back from commercial break, I'm interested to see how much more Alex Magoo plays, if he plays at all. Because obviously, you don't need your starting quarterback in who's going to win the MVP of the league when you're up by 27 points with 14 minutes to go. So, I would expect Jalen Morton to come in at some point. But will they give Magoo another few plays? Will they send Morton in right now? Not really sure. We'll have to wait and see in a second. Alright, they're in a back from commercial break. Alex Magoo's numbers: over 300 total yards, 4 total touchdowns, 259 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 62 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. So the kickoff from the Breakers to the Stallions here. Kane is going to field this on 2 bounces, bobbles it, and is taken down at the 26. And onto the field comes Alex Magoo. So he will stay in for at least the next few plays and stuff like that. The Stallions' total yards per game in the 2 games versus the Breakers, they've got 257 yards a game. Tonight they've got 428 total yards. Their 8 other games not against the Breakers, they average about 350 yards. No, that can't be right. Yeah, I think it was 350 yards a game. But 1st and 10 here from their own 26. Magoo in at shotgun. The play clock is at 0. And they're going to take the flag. Lose 5 yards. Back them up to a 1st and 15. So 1st and 15 from their own 21. Magoo in shotgun. Pump fakes. Now Magoo is going to, on the run, throw downfield. Caught by Deon Kane. He's still on his feet, taken down after a gain of 11. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4, because remember it was 1st and 15 due to the penalty. So 2nd and 4. Magoo in shotgun. He hands off to Pearson up the middle. Pearson will run for 6 and a Stallion 1st down, getting it to the 38-yard line. The Stallions nearly 100 more rushing yards than the Breakers. It's currently 98 differential in favor of the Stallions right now. 1st and 10. Magoo sidearms one to the outside, caught by Kane. He fumbles the ball, dives on it, and is going to end up gaining 7 on the play. So 2nd and 4. Hold up, play stop for a second. Oh, they're taking a look at this to see if it's a fumble or an incompletion. This is definitely a catch and then a fumble. He catches the ball, tucks the ball, makes a move around the defender, which is why he fumbles the ball. Also, the defender gets like a finger on it. Catches, tucks away, fumbles. I think that's a catch. It is confirmed as a catch. So it is a 2nd and 4. Magoo up to 276 passing yards on 20 of 30 passing. Magoo hands off to Pearson up the middle. Pearson. No, that's CJ Marable. He's back in there. That's good to see that he's okay. He runs for 2, by the way. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2 here for the Stallions. Magoo alone in the backfield. It's a quarterback draw. He's got to slide. Magoo, please slide. Alright, he's not going to slide. He's forced out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A big run there for Alex Magoo. This guy's got a warrant to slide when it's a blowout and they're winning 40-13. Actually almost lost the ball on that one. So 1st and 10, 10:35 to go in the game. Magoo rolls out to his right. Fires downfield, caught by Johnson. Johnson breaks his tackle, and he is in for a Stallion touchdown. 46-13. About to make it 47-13. With the extra point. An absolute blowout by the Birmingham Stallions. Josh Johnson with the touchdown. His 4th catch of the season. His first touchdown. 2 of them have come today. So the extra point from Brandon Aubrey. His kick is up and good. It is now 47-13. And the Birmingham Stallions are absolutely destroying the New Orleans Breakers. Go on the last drive, 3 for 3, 50 touchdowns. Wow, that would be a lot. 3 for 3, 50 yards and a touchdown. Magoo now 5 touchdowns on the day. And probably a little under 300 passing yards as well. .47 points tonight, most by any team this season. The previous high was 45, scored by the Breakers, actually against the Stallions in Week 3. Oh, I did not want to do that. The kickoff is away. It is a touchback. Maguno is over 300 yards passing. He's got 80 rushing yards as well. 5 total touchdowns. And his offense is 47 points on the board. Bethel Thompson, quick throw caught by Jonathan Adams. He is thrown backwards for a gain of 13 and a first down for the Breakers. First and 10, 10 minutes to go. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Going to dump this off to his running back out of the backfield. Number 15 will gain 6 on the play. And I'm just calling him number 15 because I have no idea who he is or how to say his name. Like, I can easily just look on the roster to see who he is, but I have no idea how to say his name. Second and 4 for the Breakers. From their own 44, Bethel Thompson, quick throw to the outside, caught by Jonathan Adams, who breaks the tackle and is going to get it to the 47-yard line of the Stallions, crossing midfield. First and 10 from their own 40, from the 48, Bethel Thompson off his back foot. Lets one go. That's caught. Down the field by D. Anderson. Out of bounds with 8:50 to go. I mean, there's no way they come back from this, but at least they're showing something. Alex McGough, first player with 300 passing yards and 75 rushing yards in the same game in the last 2 seasons, or since the USFL returned. First and 10, Bethel Thompson looks to throw, pump fakes. Now Bethel Thompson rolls out to his right and is going to throw to his receiver coming back to the ball. That is his running back number 15. Again, I don't know how to say his name. And he's going to gain 8 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2. Second and 3, 8 minutes to go in the game. Bethel Thompson in shotgun. Stallions bring a blitz. Bethel Thompson gets rid of it, and that is incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3. So 3rd and 3 here for the Breakers. Bethel Thompson looks to throw to the outside. That is caught by number 12. I don't know who that is. He gets it down to the 9-yard line and moves the chains as well. Number 12 for the Breakers is Eli Stove, a 25-year-old wide receiver from Auburn. So 1st and goal for the Breakers at the 9. Surratt in motion. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Quick throw to the outside. Off the hand of Eli Stove and incomplete. It's a good thing you got a hand on it, otherwise that's probably picked. 2nd and goal with 6:35 to go. Defensive lineman Willie Henry Jr. down on the field for the Stallions. That's why you should probably get your starters and key starters out of here. Your starters and especially your key starters out of here. The Breakers, I mean, you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but if somebody gets hurt, it's not really a huge deal because they're not going to be playing next week for a championship. So second goal for the Breakers from the 9-yard line. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Quick throw caught by Sage Surratt. He is going to gain 3 yards, getting it from the 9 to the 6. And that will bring up a 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. So 3rd and goal here, Bethel Thompson in shotgun. Jones at the back line to his right. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Goes to the end zone. That is that caught? It's caught. I don't know if he got his feet in. No, ruling incomplete. He was out of bounds. D. Anderson made the catch, but did not come down in bounds with it. Can't see his feet. The cameraman's blocking it. Here's a great angle. Ball. Ooh, that's close. That is really close. If it's got to get 1 foot down, he's got it. If it's got to get 2 feet down, he doesn't have it. 4th and goal, they're going for it. Why not? Bethel Thompson to the end zone. High throw caught by Sage Surratt for a touchdown. And the Breakers have hit 19 points. The last 12 of them have been garbage time points. They're going to go for 3 once again. So they're going for 3-point conversion here. It would make it 49-22. I mean, why not just go for 3 anyway? You have no chance coming back here. Bethel Thompson looks to throw to the end zone. He zips one. That's caught. Jonathan Adams makes the catch, and the Breakers convert the first 3-point conversion of the season in garbage time. The Stallions have averaged 37 points a game in the playoffs over the last 2 seasons. So 47-22 final, or not final score, but score right now after the Breakers with another touchdown. Just not able to make those touchdowns during meaningful times of the game. And the Stallions 47 points. Tonight is the most scored by any team in the modern USFL. Give me 1 second. Alright, so still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. These Stallions will be set, or they're 5 minutes away from making it officially official that they will be taking on the Pittsburgh Maulers in the championship game next week in Canton, Ohio. In the USFL Championship game. So 47-22, 5:10 to go. The Stallions going to get the football back. I wonder if Magoo's still going to be in at quarterback. Oh, wait a minute. We're trying a 4th and 12, which is the alternative to the onside kick. So Bethel Thompson looks to throw here on 4th and 12. He goes deep down the field, and that's caught. They convert. Number 5, that is Morris, makes the catch. What if the Breakers pull off the greatest comeback in sports history? They caught it. Number 5, Morris. Lee Morris, number 5. A 26-year-old receiver from Oklahoma. Bethel Thompson now looks to throw again. This time, he finds D. Anderson for a 14-yard completion, getting it to the 26. But how are the Breakers even doing this? I mean, why have they also waited to the 4th quarter to actually start playing good football? When the Stallions, they have essentially just given up. They're not even trying anymore. So they don't care if they make this a 47-45 game. By the way, that one's coming back because of an ineligible receiver downfield. So 1st and 10, under 5 minutes to go here. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Sidearms one to Anthony Jones. And Jones is taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard. That'll bring up a 2nd and 9, so they're going to give him a yard on that one. Second 9, Bethel Thompson wants it all, goes to the end zone for Anderson, incomplete, overthrew it. That will bring up a 3rd and 9 with 4:29 to go. Number 95 is down for the Stallions. That is Coyle Davis, defensive tackle from Nebraska. Not something you want to see in a blowout or ever, really. Maybe should have gone no huddle when it was 40-7. Well, if they were going to play like this, maybe. Because then you could save yourself some time, but that would just be absolutely insane. A 33-point comeback. I mean, we actually saw that in the NFL last year. So I mean, it seems impossible, yet it's really not. So, but yeah. But I mean, they're still down by 15, right? No, 25. It's probably not even possible. Bethel Thompson looks to throw on 3rd and 9 underneath, off the hand of Surratt, and incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th and 9. They're obviously going to go for it. Why not? Got nothing to lose at this point. So here is a 4th and 9. Surratt in motion. Bethel Thompson takes a snap. He drops back, looks to throw. Over the middle, incomplete. Flag flies. Lee Morris, the intended target. Pass interference on the defense. Number 7, that's TJ Carter. That gives the Breakers a fresh set of downs. Probably his interference. He's grabbing his arm. So 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Stallions lead 47-22. First and goal here for the Breakers. Ball on the 10-yard line. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. To the end zone. Incomplete. Tried to fit it into a tight window to tight end Sage Surratt. Broken up by number 5 of the Stallions defense. Let's see, who's number 5? Okay, I don't see number 5. But here is a second and goal. It was McFarland, whoever that is. Christian McFarland, I think his name is. Second and goal. Bethel Thompson looks to throw. Wow, he just threw a rocket into the end zone and overthrew the end zone. So here is a third and goal. So a third and goal here for the Breakers from the 10. Bethel Thompson in shotgun. Jones the back lineup to his right. Here he's going to find Surratt underneath. Surratt is going to gain 6. Getting it to the 4. That'll bring up a fourth and goal from the 4. With 4:05 to go. Fourth and goal, Morris in motion. Bethel Thompson fakes the screen. Now he drops back really far. Goes to the end zone. Incomplete. Lorenzo Burns breaks up the pass, and the Stallions will take over after a turnover on downs. .337 to go in the game. Stallions lead 47-22. Jalen Morton is now in at quarterback, so Magoo's day is over, as he definitely did his job. 360 total yards, 5 total touchdowns. Here's the gift to Pearson running left. But Alex Magoo's final numbers, 21 of 31, 310 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 84 rushing yards, and a rushing touchdown. Incredible numbers from the eventual USFL MVP. So here is a 2nd and 9. Under 3 minutes to go. Morton hands off to Pearson running left. Pearson looks for a lane. He is going to get taken down after a gain of 8. So here is a 3rd and 1. Moss in motion. Morton hands off to Pearson up the middle. He got first down. Still on his feet across the 20. He's taken down at the 26. And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So we reached the 2-minute warning. Stallions lead 47-22 behind Alex Blue's 5-touchdown performance. And they're all set to go to Canton, Ohio and play the Pittsburgh Maulers for the USFL Championship game. So Birmingham will likely be favored by 8 to 9 points. I really have no idea. I don't know much about betting, but sounds reasonable. Good game, yeah. Probably 47-22 is the final. I mean, there's a chance the Stallions can score more, but I don't really think so. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial break. Still waiting for them to come back from commercial. Stallions lead 47-22 at the 2-minute warning. Game clearly over. First and 10 from their own 26. Morton in shotgun. They got a free play. Pearson runs for a gain of 2. Breakers came offside, so they had a free play. Offsides on the defense. That gives the Stallions a free 5 yards, making it 1st and 5 with 1:56 to go. First and 5, Morton got him to jump again, and they just got a free first down. Pitt versus Birmingham might be 34-21. That's honestly really, really reasonable. So they're showing right here. We go through 2 interceptions in their Week 4 meeting, which the Stallions won 24-20. Pittsburgh best scoring defense and total defense. Stallions best scoring offense and total offense. So it's great matchups there. But 34-21 sounds really, really reasonable. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see the Stallions somewhere in the 30s and the Maulers being the high teens to low 20s. Pearson runs for a loss of 3 there. That brings up a 2nd down and 13 here. And all they have to do is take a knee right here. And then this one is officially over. They call a timeout with 20 seconds to go as the play clock hits 0. Scooby Wright helped significantly tonight. He definitely has. And, I mean, he always helps whenever... That you can tell whenever Scooby Wright's playing for the Stallions. Here's a give to Pearson running left. Pearson across the 40, across midfield. Still on his feet, dragged down to the 41 of the Breakers. But yeah, Scooby Wright makes such a big impact in the Stallions' play defensively. And I'm willing to bet you if he was healthy the whole season, there's no way the Stallions' defensive numbers would be as bad as they are. After the play, personal foul on the Breakers. Are we still really calling personal foul penalties with like 10 seconds to go in a 25-point game? Which, I mean, the crazy thing is, this game is 47-22. Yet, this game is not even as close as the final score is. It was a lot more one-sided. But final score, it is now officially over. Stallions 47, Breakers 22. Respectfully, the winner of this game clears the champs of the USFL. Yeah, probably agree. So the Stallions, especially just how dominant they were, there's really... I mean, the saying is defense wins championships, and the Maulers have that type of defense, but I just think there's no way you can stop the Stallions right now. I mean, their offense just put up 47 points, and a lot of the points for the Breakers were garbage time points when the game was already clearly over. Thanks, great commentary. Thank you for joining me. Glad you enjoyed it. Magoo MVP, yeah, there's really no other way it could go. Clearly MVP, I mean 5 touchdowns today. I know it's regular season MVP, but he's got 5 touchdowns today, over 350 total yards. And the Stallions put up 47 points and 553 yards of total offense. Magoo, by far the best player in the USFL, finishing with over 400 total yards of offense, 310 passing, 84 rushing. Will I do commentary on Giants NFL games? Not every single game, but definitely some of them. For the NFL, I do every Sunday night and Monday night football game. Occasionally, I'll do an afternoon game, like if it's the Giants or something like that. But, yes, definitely some of them. And I'll also do a commentary like this for the USFL Championship game on Saturday. But final score, 47-22, Stallions defeat the Breakers. They are back-to-back South Division champs, going back to the USFL Championship game for the 2nd season in a row, and looking to win back-to-back USFL Championship games. But, yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I sure had a lot of fun, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos or any of the upcoming streams. I do my best to post as often as possible. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night. The Stallions and the Maulers will face off in the USFL Championship game next week. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you guys in the next video.